This is the Cruise FM Out of Tune podcast. Here is Stacey and Curtis.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Out of Tune podcast. I'm Stacey.
I'm Curtis.
Yes.
We did it.
We did it. I waited and let you spoke.
The practicing ended there, though, folks.
That's it. That's all. The rest is out the window.
Intro. That's the hardest part, though, to be honest.
Sometimes it can be.
Yeah.
We did decide today to talk about clothing. As in, what did you wear growing up as a kid and how important was it in your life? And did fashion, were you influenced by anything? Was it a big deal? Because there are some people in life where it's like fashion means absolutely nothing. They literally cover their body with some kind of fabric and come into work.
Yeah, you might have to take the lead on this one. It was not a big thing to me. And once I hit about grade 10, 11, I found that I really liked blue jeans and t-shirts. And that's still 30 years later. And I'm still there.
That's totally fine. Blue jeans and t-shirts are classic. You cannot go wrong.
Every once in a while, though, I look out and I'm like, okay, where are we with the tight ankles on jeans?
Skinny jeans.
Yeah, where are we? Is it coming? Is it going? Are we still there?
I feel like those
phasing out?
Are one of the styles of jeans that have refused to die. Mm-hmm. When they came on the scene, they were like, look at us. We're basically pantyhose, but jeans. And everyone was like, amazing, something new. Because you want to try something different. Fashion has to evolve.
Yes.
And I have to say that skinny jeans, not my favorite out of all the other thousands of styles that are out there. And so I was pissed because I was like, well, every store I go into now, that's all they're going to offer me are these skinny jeans. And so you kind of make do for a while. And then they went away and I was like, oh, thank God. And then I'm like a bootcut flare sort of girl.
Yeah.
And then there was like a flash in the pan when those came back and I was like, yes, my moment finally. And then skinny jeans reared their ugly head again. It's like, no, they're back for the spring of 2022. And I was like, seriously, just go away.
I don't remember girls never not wearing skinny jeans, to be honest. And
what?
It was so, I
really?
don't know. And then I was looking back at pictures of like my wife and I when we were dating in the late 90s. And I was like, man, you're wearing baggy pants.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Baggy jeans.
I used to, and I know we're not necessarily going in any order here, but in high school, my one friend and I, we found that women's jeans just didn't fit us. And so we bought men's jeans.
Hell, yeah.
And they were baggier.
Mm-hmm. They
fit differently. And we did that for a couple of years where we just rocked men's jeans and we thought it was like the cat's ass.
Well, yeah.
Because baggy was definitely, like for high school for me, it was, I would say baggy or straight legged. And I was fine with that. That was okay. Getting your Blue Notes jeans.
Heck yeah. Do you remember the Levi's red tag and orange tag?
No.
Okay, I remember
I
being young.
could never afford Levi's.
Yeah, I remember being young and people making fun of other people that had Levi's orange tag. That was not cool.
Were the orange tags like the knockoffs or what?
I think they were just like a lesser brand. It was basically like you're a poor piece of garbage if you have Levi's orange tag.
Wow.
I remember like
and that's how you would judge them based on a centimeter by 2 centimeter tag on your butt cheek.
Yeah, but I can remember getting like hand-me-down clothes when I was like mid-elementary and one was Levi's orange tag and I was like, nope, straight back
Mom, I will not wear these.
Straight back to cousin John or whatever. I'm not wearing these to school.
Because see, that was, for me, I had the same sort of situation, but it was Doc Martens. Everybody in, I forget what grade it was it 6 or 7, getting Doc Martens. And I wanted a pair so badly. And my family, again, at the time, couldn't really afford to go out and buy me a pair. So they got me these knockoff ones from, I want to say San.
Mock Dartons. From the old Sand store.
From the Sand store. And I remember being so pumped to go to school because I was like, I've got some.
Core memory coming
and
up.
Holy shit, did they carve me a new one. The girls were relentless. Where'd you get those? And I was like, at the mall. I wasn't going to say where I got them. I got them at a store. Yeah. And I just got bugged so relentlessly about these shoes. And it was like, hey, kids don't understand class and stuff like that when they're in school, I don't think. So they don't really understand that my parents couldn't afford it and theirs could. So now they were going to, ridicule me, which is so terrible. Yep. Bullying is the worst, but that's just what you did, right? Like not everybody had the best of the best. Somebody had the knockoff. off, and it was what made it fun.
I just remembered this right now. I remember, not having like brand name shoes later on in elementary school. All the boys were rocking Nikes, and that was cool, and I didn't have Nikes.
Oh, okay.
So when we went shoe shopping, I was like, I got to get Nikes. So I got like a cheap pair of Nikes and showed back up at school the next day, and they weren't like good enough.
The good
Nikes.
enough
And I was
ones.
like, okay, well, so they're going to... Like, these guys are going to make fun of my shoes no matter what I buy. And that was kind of like over it. That was like my moment where I was like, I got Nikes, and you're still making fun of my shoes. Like, I'm out.
And even if you would have come in, let's say, the same as them, they would have been like, what's your deal, Curtis? You trying to pose? Like, what are you trying to impress us?
It was a learning moment, though. I was like, okay, some people are just going to make fun of you for something no matter what.
100%.
There's nothing you can do.
100%.
That was the day I changed, I guess.
Maybe that was
look at that moment.
Screw it.
I've stopped trying.
Yeah.
And then I never thought about, like, the shoe culture. That just wasn't my friends and I, like, even through high school.
Well,
I remember someone, like, I was already long married and talking to like a coworker, and she was like, the first thing I noticed about a guy is his shoes. And I was like, whoa.
Really?
It knocked me on my butt. I was like, really?
I would say that I probably too would like look at the shoes, but not for like what brand they were, but like, are they nice in decent shape?
Okay.
Like not, disgusting and worn and weird. Like, are you able to put nice shoes on your feet? I don't care about brands, whatever. And I feel like that's way different now because we have 1,000 more brands of shoes than we did back in the 80s. Mm-hmm. So now it just doesn't really matter.
And this was not a teenager. She was like in her late 20s.
Oh my God.
She said that was the first thing she looked at when she, looked at a possible suitor.
Right.
Their
possible
shoes.
Suitor.
I was like, wow, girl.
Did you get those at San?
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
And then now, I see like that's all the rage now for adult men. They got to have
shoes are so crazy.
I'm not a good like stereotypical guy in a lot of ways, and that's another one where I'm like, oh, cool shoes, they're green. Yeah. And I literally will shoe shop just based on color.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying
and
now.
If it's on sale.
There's so much more freedom. The sale's a big factor too, but there's so much more freedom around fashion, I think. And being an adult, I do want to say that maybe you don't necessarily get bullied, but I think when it comes to kids in school, kids are still assholes. And that's what makes it so tough is, we don't want people to care what you're wearing about, but kids will still tease.
Yep.
And so that's why when you do become an adult, you're like, it doesn't matter anymore. It actually doesn't matter.
Yep.
And that's, again, the disgusting beauty of high school.
That's the disgusting beauty of parenting I found too, because you have all these like, oh, I'm going to do this differently, and I'm not going to let them absorb this, and I'm not going to let them watch this, but then they're left out.
Yeah.
And that's the like swerve you don't see coming until your kid is the only one not involved in something in their class. And you're like, well, that sucks. Because
I was trying to protect you. Yeah. And now I've hurt you. Oh, damn.
Right? There's no moves.
I know.
It's complicated. But back to fashion.
Fashion. Do we need to talk about Chip and Pepper?
Oh my God. That was one of the two things I wrote down was Chip and Pepper.
Chip and Pepper was what grade? 7? 6.
About that, yeah.
So we need to start.
And that was another
ages.
class thing because suddenly the rich had Chip and Pepper clothes.
Yes.
I saw.
I want to say that was 89.
Somewhere in there,
Somewhere in there, okay. And I thought myself that the clothing was gross. I just didn't like the bulldogs, the aggressive nature of the clothing. I was like, this doesn't match my green jeans that I'm wearing. Because colored jeans were also huge back then.
And my Hawk Martens.
And your Hawk Martens, or my Hawk Martens. So that was a definite one where it was like status. If you could get yourself a Chip and Pepper shirt, amazing. We do need to, of course. And what's really interesting too is Chip and Pepper has made a little bit of a resurgence.
Yeah, as all nostalgic things do.
Yes. Not that I don't think it went maybe as well as they planned, but I think they are still making clothes. Are they not based out of like Winnipeg or something? Or
I have no idea.
I feel like they're Canadian. And I want to say like not Toronto or Vancouver. Hello, internet.
If only there was some sort of information superhighway.
Right?
Yes, I remember the rich guy in our class showing up with a Chip and Pepper shirt, and there was like a bulldog dressed as a gangster, and he had like a Tommy gun. I was like, what even is this?
I know, ridiculous.
I was like, this is really dumb. But then I was like, oh no, wait. The cool kids like this, so I'm just gonna. I take
it all back.
Great shirt, bro.
I do love bulldogs with Tommy guns.
Robbing a bank. This is the coolest thing ever.
Chip and Pepper, based out of Winnipeg, Manitoba.
No way.
Twin businessmen.
Yes.
That's insane.
Weren't they like surfer dude looking guys?
I feel like they were blonde.
Yes.
Californian.
I feel like
people.
They had little. For a while there on like Saturday morning cartoons, they had little like 30-second interludes between between cartoons where they're like, yo,
It's Chip. I'm
Chip
Pepper.
and I'm Pepper. Where are our clothes? Tell Mom you're poor if she won't buy it for you.
Oh my God, they did. They decided to have, or they got a Saturday morning cartoon show.
Oh, I didn't know
Chip
it was a
and Pepper's
full...
Cartoon Madness.
I didn't know it was a full show. I just remember them like those little like 30-second hits. Like, hey, keep watching, kids. Don't you dare turn that dial.
That's
it's
hilarious.
Chip and Pepper. Yeah.
I rubbed that from my memory. It launched in 87.
Probably retired billionaires
Oh, probably.
off the backs of my rich coworkers, my rich
Classmates?
classmates,
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
coworkers.
Okay, so that happened. And then Hypo Colour.
I had a Hypo Colour shirt and I wore it way too much to the
Okay.
point where people started saying like, again?
Well,
The Hypo Colour?
I feel like it was something that all of us could afford.
Yes, that was the thing too.
It was reasonable. I
Yes.
think a lot of us were able to get in on it. So we all felt like we were in the same club. I do remember, though, as a female, how annoying it was that the color change happened right on your boobs. And it happened in your armpits when you sweat.
I remember the armpits.
Yeah. Maybe it was just me.
I don't remember the boobs, but I mean, this was like probably like grade 6 for
God, maybe it's
for
just me. Now I'm
Maybe.
embarrassed. No.
That's all good.
But that was a weird thing because it was like, let's make this clothing for
Yes.
these hormonal teenagers
Yeah.
and accentuate possibly some really embarrassing situation.
I would imagine just for like the tight parts of the shirt would probably change color.
Change
so,
color.
No.
And it was, some kids would wear them in gym class and it was like, whoa, look how much it changed.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
You're
yeah, you're a
gross.
sweaty mess
That's
right
disgusting. I had a purple one and it was like blue and purple. I thought it was the coolest thing, but yeah.
now. I think mine was blue and purple
Yeah,
too.
but I'd get up and I'd be like, looks like another Hypo Colour day. I love this shirt.
Yeah.
And then after a couple months, people were like, all right, like,
That's enough, Curtis.
do you own another shirt? And I was like, well, I do, but like, I'm cool and rich when I wear a Hypo Colour, right?
Yeah, let
I'm
me
jumping
have this,
classes
please.
here. I'm jumping classes. Look at that loser over there in his Chip and Pepper shirt. That was so like 2 months ago.
Did you ever get a silk shirt?
I did not get a silk shirt.
Because boy, do I remember that phase. I want to say it was grade 8.
Boys wearing silk shirts. I don't. I wasn't.
Everybody was wearing silk
I wasn't
shirts.
at Prince Philip School. Let me tell you.
And I remember, like, it looked really good on them. But again, they were silk. And I got a silk shirt for Christmas. I remember it specifically. I was absolutely beside myself. I was so excited. But it was a long time after they came on the scene.
Yeah.
So I was like,
You missed it.
I was late to the party.
That'll happen too.
And again, going back to like, no, those Nikes aren't cool enough. You didn't buy your shirt on time, Stacey.
Yep.
And that was like just a kick to the nuts because you're like, I tried. I begged my parents for so long. I had to wait till Christmas. And then my parents lovingly bought me this shirt. I was so happy.
And it had expired. Time
And
had
it
passed.
expired.
South Park did a really good episode about that, where
Silk
Kyle
shirts?
was late to the party on all the toy trends.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he'd show up at school because he finally got like the newest toy, and they'd be like, "Oh, that was last month, Kyle." God damn it!
It's so hard to keep up, especially when they're expensive, right?
And you don't, as a parent now too. It's like I have no concept of time and how quickly things change. So I'll be like, "Hey, look at this, Macy! It's on sale." And she's like, "Nobody has talked about that for
Yeah.
like a year." And I'm like, "Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
that's out. Okay, good to know."
Thanks, update.
Yeah.
And you need that from them, right? Because you don't want to, send your kids to school in something that's not cool. And that's so hard because it does become expensive. Oh my God. Anyway, and then I wanted to jump over to Mondetta.
Mondetta.
Was the t-shirt brand that came out, and it was like countries with a little tiny flag. And so I think it would say Mondetta, and then it would be Canada and a little tiny Canadian flag. And it became almost like a collection game of how many different countries you could get.
It's like the original Pokemon.
Kind of.
Yep.
Except you got to wear them. And so that was a big deal too. Club Monaco was also big, the sweaters, which by the way now have come back out and they're like $180.
Of course they are.
Which is absolutely insane.
Because now we're old enough to afford this stuff, and we still have that itch to scratch from being excluded. Because now the cool kids in elementary school and high school are like in jail, so now we can wear the clothes and be like, we won. We
Yes.
played the long game.
Yes.
We played the long game, Stacey.
Go ahead
We
and tease
may
me
not
now.
have been cool in grade 6, but we're winning now.
Yeah.
We're on the radio throwing shade at the former cool kids, right?
Yeah, in your face.
I win.
But there was also
Club Monaco
and like just the resurgence of things in style. Like now the fashion that kids are wearing, like my nieces and stuff are wearing clothes where it's like, oh my God, this is the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it's like the little singlets with like layering tank tops, or I forgot, just seeing the clothes they're wearing. I'm like, when was this picture taken? Did you go back in time and take it in high school with me? What's going on?
I had house payments in wrestling shirts, apparently back in the 90s, that I just like donated, or they became threadbare, because now Rihanna will show up wearing like an old 1997 wrestling shirt and wear it ironically, and then it's suddenly like $300 on eBay.
Yeah.
I had a gold mine, and they turned into rags.
Same with concert shirts, right?
Yes.
Like,
oh my goodness.
70s concert shirts, 80s concert shirts are becoming, you know, like they're vintage and they're expensive. They're going for a lot. I saw somebody sell a Tupac t-shirt that they found in a thrift store for $3, and they went to a vintage store and sold it for like $4.50 to them.
Yep.
I was like, that's insane.
I had a whole bunch of old concert shirts, but they weren't old enough. Because I took them and I was like, all right, I'll just sit back and you make it rain. And they showed me, they're like, you need a double stitch on the sleeve.
Oh, get out.
Yep. Because anything after like 1995 or something was a single stitch. So you need the double stitch. Yeah. So now when I look, single stitch.
Single stitch? I don't have
my
time for a single stitch right now. Thank you very much. Wow, I had no idea. That's interesting.
A happy accident that happened to me in like grade 7 was one of my aunts for my birthday just sent me a couple shirts, and they were Quicksilver shirts, Stacey. And Quicksilver was pretty hard to come by in Saskatoon back in like 1990 or whatever, or at least in my circles. And I showed up with a Quicksilver shirt, not knowing what it is, and the cool rich kids were like, "Oh, damn, that's a nice shirt." And I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Thanks,
then
Auntie.
I was like, Auntie, can you send me some more of them? She was like in like the Maritimes or something. I don't know if Quicksilver's big out there. I think it was probably
weird.
She probably just found on like a discount rack. Was like, I don't know what to get Curtis. So I got my mom to like fast track me like another like 5 Quicksilver shirts from out there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you overdo it though?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for like that one fleeting moment that I'm still chasing, I was like, look at Curtis. He is the fashion icon today, and I never want that feeling to go away.
Well, you know what? If you can jump back to it every once in a while. Do you have anything like from high school still? High school clothing?
Oh yeah.
We have our gym clothes still.
Yeah, I have my gym clothes still. I actually have a lot of I still have a lot of wrestling shirts. I still have I have a leather jacket my sister bought me for Christmas, which is one of the wildest things that's ever happened to me.
Does it have cue balls on it? Like
almost. It's got like the little tiny like mini handcuffs. Like it's like a legit 80s leather jacket with like the straps and the chains. And to this day, because I mean, we would buy each other like $10 gifts, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's your sister.
Siblings presents.
Siblings, yeah. And then one year it was like, God, it had to have been like a $200 jacket back in the day. She just gave me this, like, I don't know if it fell off a truck or something. And I still, to this day, I'm like, what was the deal with that?
Wow.
And she was just like, I thought you could use a leather jacket. I was like, there's nothing about short little chubby me that
needs a leather jacket.
Needs an 80s leather jacket in the early 90s, but here we are.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So yeah, I don't know if Deb was like money laundering or something at that time.
Maybe.
I don't know, but it's the weirdest Christmas memory I have.
I wish I would have kept a chip and pepper, or I wish I would have kept a Hypo Colour, but you just, like, that's a thing. As a pack rat, because I can speak on it because I am, I have this thing where I want to hold on to stuff because what if it's popular, or what if it comes back and it's amazing and I can give it to my daughter and she can be like, this is my mom's from 1992.
There's a girl on, I want to say TikTok, but I think it's also bled into like the services I subscribe to because I'm not on TikTok.
They bleed over, it's fine.
That her mom saved everything from her childhood. So now she's gone back and
I've seen her.
Every day she's like, here I am with my like pet rock or whatever, and she's wearing the clothes, and she's just got billions of views.
That's a genius move, Mom.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was very happy to see that.
Wow. But the thing is too, like, for the quality of clothes I'm buying Fiona, I'm not going to hold on to any of these disposable clothing. Like, and I can't afford to buy her all this crazy stuff at the age of 6 where she's growing out of it in 6 months. Anyway.
They still play tough, which I enjoy. We have dress for Jesus days some days at my daughter's elementary school.
How do you dress for Jesus?
I think you just dress nice, because I think what it is they walk down the street and they go to like a mass. Okay. So they have dress for Jesus. So it's like it's putting a fun title on just getting dressed up, because we go and be in church for a couple hours. Right. And then of course for the rest of the day they're in the playground.
Which makes perfect sense.
So we always send her. She's so pumped. You know, she loves being a little girly.
Yeah.
And we do her hair, and she wears a pretty dress. And from 9 to 11 in the morning, you know, she's glowing.
Yep.
And then it's lunch, and then she's eating whatever messy lunch and going down the slide in said dress. And
In
we
her
never
dress.
we never know if it's going to come back.
Interesting. And dress clothes is another thing. Like, oh my gosh, my family went to church as well, and we had like one outfit that we wore to church, and that was it. And if you didn't keep it nice, because that was, again, kind of the thing, right? It's like, don't mess this up. You can go rumpusing around in the gym after church and possibly rip your pants. No, you just had to keep them clean, keep them proper.
Were you in youth group? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, we should future episode. I have the craziest youth group stories, like for real.
Which church did you go to?
I went to Faith Lutheran Church on the bottom of Preston.
Okay, bottom of
and
Preston.
I can guarantee you, I have very different youth group memories than most.
I went to Lawson Heights Alliance
Okay.
on Pine House.
Yes. It's right in my hood now. Mm-hmm. I think I get my shots there.
Maybe. There's a possibility. Yeah, that's a whole nother topic, I think, for another day.
Absolutely. I cannot wait. Those are some of the best stories I have, to be honest.
I know, they're so weird. I did want to mention when we talk about fashion for this episode, growing up, my dad couldn't have cared less. My mom laid my clothes out for me until I was probably, I want to say like probably 7 or 8.
Huh.
And I remember I had a little wicker laundry basket in my room, and that's where she laid my clothes. And I would wake up in the morning and I would look and be like, yes, my green Oshkosh overalls. Thank God. I love this outfit. The next time I would wake up and be like, I hate that shirt so much. But because my parents were so strict and it was what you did, I had to wear those clothes. And so I don't remember at what point it changed, but when I had the freedom to pick out my own clothes, I was like, this is where it's at. And it was this weird little freedom that I all of a sudden had.
That's great.
After like fashionably divorcing my mom.
Yeah.
That control is gone.
See, my parents gave me full reign, and that's why I wore a Hypo Colour shirt every day for 2 months.
Okay, see, that makes
I could have
sense.
used them to step in, but they chose not to.
And I also
They're
think,
like, this guy's got to toughen up.
yeah, we'll let him be.
Well, you'll send him to school in his cheap Nikes and his Hypo Colour shirt for another day.
See if he survives.
Yeah.
I also, at what age? 12, I started babysitting, and my God, I was raking it in.
Nice.
I feel like I was making probably $400 a month. And for
Holy
a
crap.
12-year-old,
It's more than I make now.
Amazing. It was really cool because then all of a sudden it was like, I am going to go buy those black acid wash jeans that I had my eye on. Or was it Kookaburra? There's a store, there's a store at the front of Midtown here that had like stones and bridges and little ponds. What was it called?
Sorry, run that by me again.
A store here in Midtown, right at the front on the right-hand side. And the store had like little stone pathways and bridges that went over little bits of water, but it was like cool kid clothing.
I do not remember that.
Not Randy River.
I remember the restaurant Sawyer's that had that. Had little bridges and stuff.
Oh,
to
yeah.
get to tables,
Mano
but-
still does have bridges.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
At former Sawyer's.
But that's the thing.
I
is
do not remember that store.
Once you start making your own cash, then I was able to buy whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
So that was a huge independence for me too. And you have a daughter, so when they're babies, you buy them the cutest clothes. It's amazing and wonderful and lovely. And then when they're 2, you buy them the cutest toddler clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're 3, you still do it. And then when they're 4, all of a sudden they're like, no, Mom, I'm not wearing that. And I'm in the heat of it right now. She's 6, and I learned my lesson and took her with me shopping. And I was like, I am trying everything on you so you can give it the okay, because I refuse to buy clothes that you won't wear. And so you pick something up that you're like, oh my God, this is so adorable. And she's like, ew, Mom, no. And I'm like, you're 6. What are you talking about? You don't know style. She's also going through, and I'm not carving her, it's just adorable, her tucking in phase. Where everything has to be tucked in and high-waisted. She pulls things up so high.
So she goes to school dressed like Gurkel.
Basically,
Gurkel.
Basically a little girl, and like with bicycle shorts right now and little tank tops. It's hilarious. She's got this huge lump around her middle
She's carving her own fashion.
And you know what? That's what really made me stop and think. I was like, I need to let her do this. It's what she wants to do. I'm not going to say like, no, with the bicycle short, you should actually wear like a baggy t-shirt, which is what we bought you. But I love the fact that she's doing her own thing, and I do encourage it as much as it kills me inside.
That leads into my probably last story. I don't know if it was grade 6 or 7. I could go back and look, but it was picture day. And shout out to Scott, who showed up full mullet, and he had, was it overalls with one strap down?
Shut the front door.
And everybody, like he was a little more well off. He wasn't like one of the super rich kids. Where are you going? Stacy is left. She stood up. The story. She knew the story. Okay.
Turn on the air conditioning.
Okay.
It's getting hot.
It is. So he showed up for picture day. I think it was like a red shirt. It may have had a collar, and then overalls with one strap down, big black mullet. Again, he was definitely one of like the cooler kids, but maybe not at the top. And everybody dragged him, like the people in the socially above him, below him. It was like the entire class against him. And he stood there and was like, no, this is cool. And he got his picture taken. Nice. And I'm like, that is the confidence I strive.
Exactly.
Like he just took it and didn't flinch. He's like, no, one day, like I'm playing chess and you kids are playing checkers. One day you're going to look back. And when I flip through the photos, I see that picture and I'm like, hell yeah.
Yes, Scott.
You are the man. 30 years later, whatever. Props to you showing up and owning that, and hell yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that picture on like awkwardfamilyphotos.com or something.
Maybe.
Like I feel like I've seen that exact image of a person with a mullet, red shirt, collar, and a strap over her. Because I also bought Fiona a little pair of short overalls this year, and I took one strap down, and she's like, "Ooh, no, Mom, I don't like this." And I'm like, "No, trust me, it's cool." And then you listen to yourself and you're like, oh my God, what's going on here? This too much. Anyway, the other very last thing I wanted to mention is that we had somebody reach out. Her name is Cassidy. She is from Prairie Print House, and she emailed me. She's like, hey, Stacey, I heard about the podcast. It sounds really cool. I love that you guys are doing the retro side of things and looking back on stuff. And she thought that she would mention the fact that Prairie Print House has a very cool line of retro gear. So bunny hugs, t-shirts, crew necks. Mm-hmm.
Everything you need.
Yeah, so it's prairieprinthouse.com. They have the retro line all basically like laid out for you. And they gifted us a couple of outfits. I am currently wearing my Beep bunny hug. It's got a big old carton of Beep on it, and it makes me incredibly happy.
And I'm wearing my Yellowhead Trail 16 Saskatchewan Highway sign
with
t-shirt.
the yellow head.
Yes. It makes me very happy.
It does. There's just something about it because we don't see it anymore.
Yes.
We just don't see it. And so the minute you do, you're like, yes, that is my childhood. That is what I looked at every time we went on a road trip. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic. The
Beep is amazing.
The Beep one makes my heart sing. Mm-hmm. They have a Vico one as well,
they
because
sure do.
That was a huge part. We talked about that in episode 2.
I have the pool bunny hug, the old pool side, the wheat pool. Yeah.
Very cool. So a huge thank you to Cassidy. And if you are after something cool like a Vico hoodie or a Beep, did I say hoodie? I meant bunny hug. How dare I?
Go back to Manitoba.
Blasphemy. If you're looking for something cool like that, Prairie Print House has them, and the selection is amazing. And they have a bunch of other really cool, like Saskatchewan-based clothing for you with very cool designs.
It was a very fun trip through that website.
Yeah, it definitely was. And now they even have one about like, what's your jam? And they've got all the different berries from the prairies. Anyway, it's overwhelming. prairieprinthouse.com. Big thanks to Cassidy.
prairieprinthouse.com.
Yes. So that was our episode on fashion, which is another one I feel like we could revisit at a later date.
Yeah. Because we didn't really get into high school.
No.
That's where it ended for me. I saw pretty much. I saw the music video for Crying with Alicia Silverstone and Stephen Dorff. And Stephen Dorff was just wearing like a black t-shirt and jeans. And I was like, that's it.
There you go.
Stephen Dorff's the coolest person I've ever seen. I'm just going to wear a black t-shirt and jeans. And then as I grew up and started drinking like 2 liters of coffee a day and just being like hot all the time.
Yeah.
Black shirts are a must.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no sweat marks whatsoever. Not to say I'm constantly sweaty, but like 50-50.
Yeah.
So you got to wear the black t-shirt. And plus, 99% of wrestling shirts are black. So
there you go.
It was a happy accident.
It was a win-win for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we will come back to fashion because I feel like I also need to tell some stories about colored jeans at some point. So we'll come back to it.
All right.
There's a lot there. Okay. Thanks, Curtis, for hanging out. And thanks to Cassidy at Prairie Print House. If you are interested in any retro bunny hugs, t-shirts, whatever, give them a look.
Thanks for listening to the Cruise FM Out of Tune podcast. Check back for new episodes wherever you get your podcasts or at cruisefm.com.